bunny.
Yeah, there goes that helicopter again.
Hold it a second, will you, kids? I'd like to throw a little light on what's about to happen here. Would you you lambs, please move out of the way, and could the bunnies come back on?
I know. This is the beginning of an animal story.
No, not at all. This is a mathematics film. It's about addition.
Addition? What's addition?
Addition must be about bunnies.
Not exactly. But I'm going to begin with these bunnies to show you about addition. Could you bunnies manage to line up? I said, could you bunnies please get yourselves together? We want to do some mathematics here. That's better. Now, kids, here we have some furry monsters. Some cuddly bunnies. How many are there all together?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are 5 all together.
Right. You counted the bunnies and got 5 all together. Now, as we go on, you'll find that addition is a way to put one group together with another group. Very good, bunnies. You can go now. Okay, little furry friends, don't get carried away. You did a good job. Just move on out now a little more rapidly. Rapidly. I'm beginning to think this is a film about animals myself. Would you lambs please behave? You're as bad as the bunnies. Okay, kids, now we're going to find out how many lamps we have here. Tell me, how many lamps in the first group?
1, 2, 3.
3 lamps.
And how many lamps in the second group?
1, 2.
2 lamps.
Now, if we put both groups together, how many lamps are there all together?
1, 2.
3, 4, 5. There are 5 lamps all together.
Right. We say that there are 3 lamps in the first group and 2 lamps in the second group. If we put both groups together, then we get 5 lamps all together. Okay, lamps, you've shed some light on the subject. You can go now. Bye. Don't forget to turn off the lights.
Wow, what's happening?
Nate, look at that.
Let's get some boats out on this lake and do some more addition. So again, we have 2 groups.
I know, 2 boats in the first group and 3 boats in the second group.
Or 5 boats all together.
Good. You sailed right through that. Sailed right through it. So it's the same as with the lamps. There are 2 boats in the first group and 3 boats in the second group. If we put both groups together, we get 5 boats. Now that's addition. 2 put together with 3 is the same as 5. You boats can ship out now. You too, water. And can we have the roller skates glide in? How many are there? 2 in the first group and 3 in the second group. How many are there all together?
2 skates put together with 3 skates.
Make 5 skates.
Right.
Hey, what's going on?
We're just rolling along. Rolling along. Don't worry, none of them are leaving. Now, how many in the first group?
3.
How many in the second group?
2.
And how many all together?
5.
There's still 5.
Right again. One group of 3 skates put together with a group of 2 skates make one large group of 5 skates all together. They both equal 5. So you see, it doesn't matter in what order you add the number of objects in the groups. 2 put together with 3, or 3 put together with 2. They still equal 5. Okay, you guys can roll out now. Let's try it with another group.
Wow, look at them all.
And here comes more.
What's happening here?
The same thing as before. We're going to do some more addition. Okay, pilots, cut your engines. See, the helicopters are in 2 groups. How many in the first group?
1, 2, 3.
How many in the second group?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How many all together?
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7. 7 helicopters all together.
Okay, now we have 3 in the first group and 4 in the second group. This makes 7 altogether.
One of the choppers is moving from one group to another.
Well, now the groups have changed a little bit. What do you see now?
I know. 4 helicopters put together with 3 helicopters also make 7 helicopters.
That's right. Now we're buzzing along. Are there other ways to group them? Now remember, the helicopters are just moving around into different groups. Okay, you choppers, cut it. Now, kids, let's do some more addition. Before we put them together, how many in the first group?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the first group.
And 1, 2 in the second group.
And can you add them together?
Sure.
5 put together with 2.
Make 7.
That's terrific. I think you've got it. And of course, if the groups changed places,
Simple. 2 helicopters put together with 5 make 7.
very good. Now that we've been looking at different groups that add up to 7, can you think of another way of grouping the helicopters and still get 7?
I think so. Can there be just one in a group?
Sure.
How about one helicopter by itself on one side and all the rest on the other side?
Okay. Did you get that, pilots?
So we have 1 in the first group and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the second group.
So 1 put together with 6 makes 7.
That's right. And
If they change places, then we have 6 put together with 1 making 7.
let's restate the idea in a mathematical sentence. We can say that 6 plus 1 equals 7. Plus means to add, and we use this sign to represent addition. Equals means the same as. And equals is written like this. So the mathematical sentence looks like this.
Wow, how about that?
Before we finish, I want to show you one last grouping. All 7 helicopters are on one side in one group, and let's say on the other side there are no helicopters. No, really, how would you add that?
7 plus 0 equals 7?
No, don't laugh. That's right. And if we move all 7 helicopters over to the other side,
Don't bother.
We know.
0 plus 7 equals 7.
now let's take one last look at all the groups that add up to 7. You can see that there are lots of ways to group 7 objects, and that's addition. You may want to try grouping the same way. Well, pilots, you can start your engines. Okay, buzz off. Move on out. We're all through now. Hey, you guys, scat. A page of your carrots. This film is over. Would you guys get out of here? Would you please leave? Come on, guys.
When I get ready to go exploring, I pack a survival kit. I pack 1 week's supply of food and water and clean white bandages in case I get wounded. I need a telescope, a long telescope, a long telescope for spotting wild animals, and a lantern, a large lantern with a big bright light. A large lantern with a big bright light for sending signals. When I'm ready, I put on my hard jungle helmet and my red jungle jacket. When I go exploring, I never forget to bring my guide, my faithful guide. My faithful guide who will lead me through the jungle. And my trusty wild white horse. We travel up a tall, tall mountain. Over a bopping, bumpy road. Across a dry desert where there is no water in sight. We gallop through the thick jungle forest. My trusty wild white horse is very tired. I will let him rest here. My faithful guide and I will continue on foot. It's a very hard and dangerous trip. We must go across a river. Across a raging river. Across a roaring, raging river. We climb tall, steep cliffs. We must be careful, because there might be an avalanche. When we go exploring, my guide and I make sure that we stop for food and water. But even while we eat, we must keep a sharp lookout so we don't get ambushed. I use my telescope to watch for wild animals that may be nearby. There's a tarantula. A giant tarantula. A giant poisonous tarantula. A tiger. A tricky tiger. A fierce, tricky tiger. Because I go exploring often, I'm able to tame some of the wild beasts. My faithful guide fears for my safety. But I'm not afraid. For every real explorer, though, there is always the danger of the unexpected. My faithful guide tries to warn me. It's a good thing I brought along my emergency medical supplies. Before I lose any more blood, I must bandage the bite. The deep bite. The deep bite on my leg. I must get to my wild white horse. I hope I can make it. There he is, just where I left him. A tropical storm. We must find shelter. Oh, my wild white horse is wounded. We will not abandon him. We'll help him find shelter. It's raining. It's raining hard. At last, our jungle camp. It has been a long, dangerous journey, but thanks to my wild white horse and my faithful guide, we have made it safely. It's a hard job being a famous explorer. Yeah, that's right, a famous, fearless explorer.
Round tubes like these are called cylinders. Cardboard cylinders come in many sizes, and there are many things that you can make from them. Put them together with metal fasteners to make jointed toys. boxes and oatmeal boxes joined together make a big totem pole. With a flashlight, this becomes a planetarium. When you tilt the flashlight to shine in the top of the tube, the constellation is reflected on the wall. This is the beginning of an animal. It is started by making a pattern for the legs. Cylinders also make racing cars, which can be colored in many ways. When you experiment with cylinders, you will discover many ways of combining them. What new things can you find to make with cylinders?
Bye.